Now you may be saying something like, "Oh man, Walcom, that's a cool replica of Lucio's blaster from Overwatch." To which I would probably respond, but either way, the most important thing is that you would be wrong, because this is it's a thing. It's clearly a Adventure Force version of a Legend Fire, but with wires and stuff suicidally hot glued and epoxied to it. This is actually a prototype for a Kickstarter that somebody wanted me to kind of show off, and they told me about the idea, and I was like, yeah, totally, I want to see what the heck that's about. And then they sent me this. This is not what the Kickstarter would... It wouldn't be this, but it's a prototype, and it actually uses a finished board. But I'm taking a long time to say this is a thing that makes your blasters make noise. So, like, when you shoot, instead of hearing, like, the little, like that, nothing, it makes your blaster do this. I forgot how freaking awesome the Legend Fire was. I'm gonna have to try to figure out how to get those off the roof. But anyway, yeah, it's a thing. It's a board with a power supply, and the whole point is that this is actually supposed to be like a attachment that you would put on the front of your blaster. Anything with like an end strike barrel attachment, or if you want to try to DIY it yourself onto another blaster, you can totally do that. Hot glue is a thing, and it makes your blaster make noise, which is freaking cool, because normally they just make kerchunks or flywheel revvings, and that's all not that intuitive. But this is way cooler, because I don't feel like I should have to say anything more. And it doesn't do just that. There's lots of little buttons and switches on this, and I don't even really know how all of them work, but it's like, I'll press one and it's like a... I don't even know what that sound's supposed to be. It's like a headshot from Rust, or a shotgun chambering. Oh, that's sound! That's volume level, isn't it? I've barely played with this thing. Yeah! Now I got a burst fire Legend Fire. It uses infrared sensors, obviously, to detect when a dart is leaving the barrel, which is a really good idea of doing this, and that's how it could work with pretty much anything that has a dart leaving a barrel. You would just either attach it to the pre-existing end strike attachment point, or you would just hot glue it to the front of your blaster, and it's got all the buttons, and it contains the batteries and the speakers and everything like that, and it looks really freaking cool. This is a prototype, and I kind of like this one a lot, because it's got this huge, massive speaker on it, which has a lot, and I mean a lot of bass, so it's almost like it's actually got it's recoil. It's got a lot of sounds, too. Woo! Oh, I'm out! It's okay. Got a spare. Yeah, if you don't know what a Legend Fire is, I feel really bad for you, because I don't think you can really get them anymore. But, oh, I've got like a Gauss rifle now. Let's see, what else we got? It's pretty good. Yeah. There we go, cannon. I don't know where any of these sounds actually come from. I play a lot of video games, and for some reason I haven't recognized any of them. I don't know why that is. I kind of feel like I'm losing my cards here. It's like I used to be really good at the identifying sound things, and now I'm just going crazy. But it's got a lot of them. I assume they're royalty-free. I would assume that they're not something that was taken off anything, and I did try to vet my source a little bit. They did say that they completely engineered this board by themselves. It wasn't something taken out of a pre-existing toy or anything like that, which would be against Kickstarter's terms of service. No, it's completely, this is the finished board. That's how big it is. It was just, if you do the Kickstarter, you'd be getting a better looking board, which would be more important. And I mean, not that I don't mind the craziness of what we have going on right here. This thing's absolutely awesome. What the heck? It's like a whale with a shotgun. I did not bring enough darts for this. It's like... Oh, that's like definitely a pulse rifle. It's a pulse rifle shooting even more. More lasers. It's a 3-shot burst from like a TMP or something. From a slightly muffled TMP. More lasers. Oops, muffled lasers. That is like a frickin' micro Uzi or the Chicom from Black Ops 2. Yeah, that's... I fired one dart. I mean, that would be really cool in like a regulator or something. Like, that would actually be really cool in a regulator or something. Now, my main question is, I haven't really tested this, but if I'm getting a little distracted. There are a lot of sounds on this thing. Ooh, I like that one. There are a lot of sounds on this thing. My main question is that if I can fire off 2 darts pretty much as fast as possible, because I can't actually put this thing on like a strife or anything, but I would assume it would work as fast as an ammo counter, and I would assume that it would either carry over the sound or interrupt the previous sound. I actually would rather it would carry over, but... Of course you didn't cycle that second time. Why would you? It's not like I primed you or anything, and it's like... I gotta go pick up darts. 1 second. There we go. Just needed some more darts. Now, my main question is that, again, will it carry over the sound from the last firing, or will it just cut it off or not register it? I mean, that would be absolutely the worst thing, but let's see. I can't freaking fire this thing fast enough to... Why is it... Oh! This should not be an issue. I've never had this issue before. This thing's always been just a dart hose. Perfect. Exactly what I wanted. Thank you. Yeah, it works flawlessly. That's good. I mean, if you put it in something that fires really, really fast, like a overhauled rapid strike with a honey badger pusher, it might not work all that well, but when I saw it, freaking works flawlessly. So, what would be the practical application of this? Well, it sure as heck is immersive. That's probably the biggest deal, and if you're, 7 years old, this is the coolest thing that's ever existed ever, because it makes your Nerf blaster sound like a freaking whatever you want it to. And that's also kind of cool, because 3, 4, a dozen people could have the same blaster, and yet all of them would sound differently. And, well, when it comes to play, it's actually really nifty. And how much will it set you back? Well, on the Kickstarter, you can get it as low as like $22 to $25 is the highest tier on the Kickstarter, which is freaking cheap. I mean, it's probably better put forth than anything else you would buy as an attachment for that price category. I mean, you buy some of the modular stuff where it's like $15, or you can go buy that $50 scope that barely works. And that's an option, but $25 for that level of customization, and it's like a thing that you just put on the front of your blaster. You don't really have to do anything, and you can have endless fun. There are a lot of sounds on this thing. And you can cycle back and forth. That's what these buttons... I'm starting to figure this thing out. And of course, it's got an off switch if that's what you desire to turn the thing off. And honestly, this is really cool. I really do like this. The main issue is that it's like, because it's kind of... It would add a lot more fun. And that's, I think, one of the more important things, is that you would be able to get way more into the game, because you hear these booms and stuff like that, which is completely pointless. Most of you are probably watching this video and like, wow, that's freaking stupid. And you know what, it pretty much is, but at the same time, it's really enjoyable. It works, and I mean, I don't know why more blasters don't do this. I know a lot of blasters do it on the trigger pull, which is less desirable in my opinion, but to put this on pretty much any blaster and have it make these kinds of noises, and the amount of noises it can make it, I mean, I wish I had the finished product so I can get like how exactly loud it would be, but I would assume a smaller speaker would be a lot more shrill, so it would probably be louder, but it's a cool little big. It really honestly is. But yeah, I do like this thing. So if you're interested in this and you want to support this on Kickstarter, it's got about 16 days left. Go ahead and check the link in the description below, because I didn't play with this beforehand. I really just put batteries in to make sure it worked, and they told me like, oh, if it loops the sound endlessly, it means the batteries are going low and stuff like that. But oh, I really like this. I'm not just saying that because of this thing. It's such a cool idea. Let me know if I'm an idiot down in the comments section, regardless. But man, this is cool. I'm Walcom S7. Thank you very much for watching this video, and of course, I hope to see you in an entirely different. This is about as different as it gets. I don't know what else you want. More bows, right? Oh yeah.